don't know about that yet, but it's a good start. But when we made this record, it was just actually making an interview, and they asked me like, what other French groups would you like to work with? And I said, really, I like Sex and Cassiau. And Black M from Sex and Cassiau, he saw this interview, and he called my team, and it was like, okay, Big Ali wants to make a song, let's do it. So I said, okay, let's do it. And you know, it was a lot of fun in the studio making the record. Talked about the concept. It's really it was an idea of Black M, his concept, and he had his new group, Shen Sakai, with Daju, and he said, yeah, let's put Daju on the song, and I said, okay. But when I heard Daju sing, I said, wow, like, he's really good. So it was a lot of fun to make the song because we got a chance to really record it together, everybody writing together, Black, Dry, me, Daju, everyone is in the studio all together working on it. It was really cool. It's epic. It's gonna be incredible. But this album is like a dream for me because I had a chance to work with some of my favorite artists ever on this album, which was really incredible because I never imagined I would be able to work with these kind of artists. So, you know, like to work with like Snoop Dogg and Busta Rhymes and Ryan Leslie, which was an incredible experience in the studio with Ryan Leslie, or Gypsy Kings, people like this. I really love their music, and to have them work on my project, was really incredible. So there was a lot of great featurings, there's a lot of great producers, a lot of great music. So I think everyone will be happy with this album. I really, really think so. One of my favorite times, like I said, Ryan Leslie was an incredible experience, but probably my favorite experience in the studio on this album was Gypsy Kings, because they all came to my studio, and when they start to joue le guitar, when they playing the guitars, so okay, Ali, we can do like this, or we can play it like this, or we can play like this, or like this, and that's wow, 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 it's so incredible. And then when they start to sing, and it's wow. I love this kind of stuff. I really, really love this kind of stuff. And just to watch how they work, even they call it the palmas, and it's the, you know, but they can do this like for like 5 minutes digital. It's incredible how they do that. So this experience working with Gypsy Kings is probably my favorite experience in the studio. I know people are gonna really be surprised by this record. It's on their last album. It's already a disc platine, but I have another version, more electro, on my album of the song. So, and that was, again, we got the chance to write together, record, make the whole production, everything from the beginning to the end. We all did it all together, so it was really, really cool. Well, this is the concept that I'm working on now. Like on the first album, I had a record called Neon Music, and it's just an idea of how I see the music. So on this project, what I was doing was taking a lot of urban artists like Snoop Dogg or Busta Rhymes or people like this, and put them on electro music. So we just come up with the concept urban electro, and I've been pushing this urban electro concept for the last maybe 2 or 3 years, but I feel like this is really what I do, is the style of music. If you want to say, what is Big Ali's style of music, you would say, yeah, it's like urban electro. So he mixes like the hip hop and the house, and try to find a good balance for the two worlds to really come together. So urban electro is like that. And me, I think like right now, because the electro music is very popular, because it's so not aggressive, but it has the same kind of passion that hip hop has. You know, like when you see a rapper rap and he's really into the rap, you know, you feel that kind of passion. And I think producers have the same, electro producers. Like if you watch a concert of Swedish House Mafia, it's like watching a concert of 50 Cent. It's like, it's very intense, you know? So that's why I made the concept Urban Electro, just to take these two worlds and bring them together. Oh, now I think because Michael Jackson is gone, so this is the biggest disappointment for me. But now it's really, I have a crazy idea for Lady Gaga. I have a really, really crazy idea for Lady Gaga. So this is what I'm trying to work on now, is to get a record with Lady Gaga. It would really, really be incredible. So, no, that's what it is, Lady Gaga. Yeah, voila. Well, in the beginning, it was, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say, because when I first started to do the music, I wasn't really looking for a featuring or anything like that. And me, I'm just making remixes and bootleg stuff for the DJs all the time. And after the time, there would be people who call me. Like most of the featurings I do, someone is calling me to make the featuring. But after having, you know, certain success with some records like Bob Sinclair or with Lucenzo, with the Coup de Rose, stuff like this, when I start to make this album, I can call someone and they know who I am, and they say, okay, yeah, let's do something. Before it was kind of difficult. It was like, Big Ali, who's Big Ali? But now it's a little more easy, so I had a chance to really work with some of my favorite artists for this album. But before it was more difficult, but I didn't really try to have featurings. A lot of the featurings I did is because people call me. So, you know, for this particular record, Urban Electro, I was making the calls to other people to work on my project. But this is the first time I've really done anything like that. So it's, I don't know if it was any difficult, but this time around, really, it wasn't that hard to get featurings, really. But that's just because of the success I've had in the past. So it was a little bit easier to get the featurings. It's just luck. C'est la chance. When someone is coming into town and maybe they speak with, I don't know, the radio station, or they speak with somebody's manager and just say, yeah, really, if you call Big Ali to do the first part, it will be really, really good. And me, I don't really try to do anything extra special. I just do what I do, you know? But most of the time, just doing what I do is effective enough. So, like doing Madonna, we did it twice in Stade de France. And it was, both times, it was just really incredible. And it's just me and a DJ. It was me and Bob Sinclair, actually. And just doing what I would do if it was 50,000 people, or if it's 50 people, I do the same thing. So it was just doing what I do, but it was just, it was an incredible experience. Opening for Madonna, that was really, really great. And then, you know, like Christina Aguilera, this was a great experience too, Bercy. And I love, Usher was the first time I ever did that. So Usher was the first time I ever like opened for someone for a concert. And just me and my DJ doing what we do, but it was so intense, but it was really good. But doing like the first part of a concert, stuff like that, it's a really great experience, but I don't really try to do anything extra. I just do what I normally do. So, and the people seem to love it, so it's really good. It's more comfortable for me. Yeah, well, 2013, we're gonna definitely, I will put together my real show. We're working on that right now to make like my real full-length concert, you know, like, I don't know, 1-2 hours long. But me, I'm very, so I have a lot to prepare with the musicians and the dancers and the pyrotechnics and all this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna organize that now, because I think now because Urban Electro will be my second album. So I think now I have enough material to actually make a great concert, you know what I mean? So it's just, I've been wanting to do it for a long time. We do some concerts, you know, shows and stuff like that, but it's really basic, you know, I don't really go crazy with it. But now that I have another album, 2 albums of material, plus all of the featurings I've done, I have a lot of material now to really do a really great concert that everyone can really enjoy. And especially in France, it will be crazy, 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 crazy. I don't know about toujours, but again, it's c'est la chance, because I don't think like, okay, this is a tube. I just think like, I really like this record, you know? But a lot of times, like I tell that to everyone, like Rock This Party, I didn't like this song, you know? I really did not like the song at all, but Bob Sinclair was like, trust me, and just doing that. When you're in the studio working with someone, you have to have a good relationship. So, you know, he was like, trust me, please just write it, write the record, listen to it. So I'm listening, I wrote the record, I went into the studio, recorded it. Personally, I hated it. I hated it. So no, this is crazy. But he was like, no, it's incredible. Trust me, it's going to be incredible. So I let him and Katibi finish to produce it, mix it, and all this kind of stuff. And the result was huge after. I mean, we sold like 6 million records. It's all kinds of awards, stuff like that. So I don't know about toujours faire le tout, but I like to do what I really like. And me, I mean, I love music, so I have a real taste for commercial, and I have a real taste for underground. So a lot of times, not that I know what's gonna work and what doesn't work, but I know what I like, normally a lot of people like also. So I'm just doing that, really. And now, like after Rock This Party, because I think this is one of the first like hybrid songs where they take like, you know, a rapper, a reggae guy with a house DJ and all this kind of stuff and put it together. And when this happened, a lot of people, so many people liked it and so many people started to copy the style that I said, okay, well, if this is what the people really like, then it's what I do, so I can do more of it. And it just so happens that the things that I make, they work. But I'm not really thinking like, oh, this is a tube, or oh, you know, it's just like, if I really like the record, I make the record, that's it. It's like, I heard that about Michael Jackson, like when he's recording and he's in the studio, if he starts to dance in the studio, they know this is a good record. But if he's just like sitting down like, okay, okay, we have to make another record, this is not the tube, you know? So for me, it's like that. When I hear something and I'm in the studio like, oh, this is incredible. So okay, then this is the record we're gonna put out. So, but a lot of times it's luck, really. It's just luck, but I'm just making music. Yes, it's called Z. There is no X-E-E, okay? This is how you spell Z, X-E-E. There is no philosophy behind the word. It was just on the phone with my best friend. He's like, okay, we need a name for the line of clothes. What are you gonna call it? Z. Okay, just call it Z. Call it Z, call the guy, make the copyrights, whatever. But the philosophy behind the style of clothing is, I really wanted to do something more positive. That's why, like now, it's always the panda. Like I chose a panda because for me, a panda is a representation of peace, and it's a nunus. It's a bear. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm pretty much, my personality is like that. It's like, it's so cute, you can say nunus, mais if you make it angry, it can smack your head off, you know what I mean? So it's like this, but I really did it just to, I really want to clash all of the rock and roll style, honestly, because when I look at like, for kids to put on clothes, and you know, I have nothing against Ed Hardy or, you know, stuff like this, Christian or DJ or anything like this. I love all of this kind of stuff, but for a 10-year-old to have a tête de mort with a couteau and the blood, you know, it's too much. It's too much. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try to create something fresh, just as fresh, but much more positive, you know. So for me, the real way to get into this market and to have something work is to. I grew up in New York. I'm from New York, and when you're from New York, the whole idea is to be different. Don't copy everyone. Do something completely different. This is how you really get attention. So with this mark, what I'm trying to do is just be completely opposite. If rock and roll style is the moon, Z is the sun. You know, if they are night, we are day, and that's what I'm really trying to push with this mark. So, I mean, it's gonna be for everyone. We've already did like the test marketing, so for the demographics for the age group, it's from 8 to 80. So, but I'm really focused on young kids. Really, I want, like, you know, from 2 years old to like 22 years old, killing it, you know. But yeah, that's the idea. Is just to make something really much more positive, you know, as well as being cool, hip, fresh, hype, you know, but positive. You know, we don't always have to be like, you know, spikes and all this kind of stuff, you know. So, but we start with a panda, but I will have more animals to come in the future, but they will all be herbivore, you know, no carnivore. Big Ali, I'm from NYC, and now I'm out here in Paris. Just Music is what you're watching now, so everybody get in tune and say, ow!